folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist here at American RV in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and today I'm here to tell you all about the 2018 Keystone Sprinter 334 front living fifth wheel. This particular model is in the Ashford interior. They've really done some awesome changes this year, and I'm excited to go through this RV with you. But one of the things I love about the front living model is you don't get this very often in a mid-profile. Usually you have to go to a full profile to get it, and you're going to be, $10,000 to $15,000 more. So if you want a really nice front living fifth wheel on a little bit more of a budget, this is one you definitely want to stick around for. We'll start right up front here. You see you have a 55-inch TV, so nice big TV everyone can sit around and enjoy, great for entertaining. You want some good sound quality too, so right underneath you have your sound bar that is Bluetooth capable, and it controls the speakers outside. You can control the speaker zones right here nice and easily. If you want to hook up any auxiliary equipment, they do stick an electrical outlet right down here, and there's a hole here so you can bring your cables up and plug them into the TV. Right underneath that's your fireplace. Not only is this great for aesthetics and help create the mood, but also it does a great job of heating this space up. That does run off electric, so if you're not paying for electric, that's essentially free heat, which is really nice. Both sides here you have some nice extra storage. You can see that there. Great for DVD collection or whatever else you want to stick in there. And then right underneath here you have some big open storage there too. Now you have dual opposing slides here in the front living, which is one of the reasons this is so open up here. One of the other cool things about the Sprinter is, much like your more expensive full profile fifth wheels, this unit has a wide body chassis. That allows them to have two tri-fold sofas here instead of one of them being a jackknife. If you're not familiar with tri-folds, the reason those are great is because they're super comfortable to sit on, and more importantly, they're very comfortable to sleep on as well. It actually uses the couch cushions themselves as your bed. Look how thick that is. That way if you do have any guests that stay the night, you'll know they'll have a comfortable night's sleep. They're not going to wake up with an aching back or an air mattress that has deflated on them. You'll also see you have a ton of windows up here, so during the day it is nice and bright. You can get great cross ventilation going on, especially with your vent fan right up here. Just pop that guy open. You'll notice right here now is the best seat in the house. This is your dual theater seating right across from the TV. Both of these of course recline. You'll see you have double cup holders there as well in case you want to enjoy a beverage while you're sitting here watching TV. But again, I love the front living room feel. It is really nice for entertaining or just for kicking back and relaxing. Your AC unit is right here too. That is ducted throughout. The reason I like this is because, when you're sitting up here, if it's a really hot day, a lot of people worry, oh, well, heat's going to rise when you're sitting in the living room. But just open this guy up. You have a quick dump. It'll dump all right out into here, and it will cool you down in a hurry. Let's step on down into the kitchen real quick. You'll start with this guy right here. You see you kind of have like a nice little bar top. This is kind of neat too, if you're entertaining and you have guests up in the living room, you want to have like a party tray or something, you can put it right here, and they can grab it nice and easily, don't even have to come down in the kitchen. And then you have an electrical outlet over here as well in case you want to plug something in. One of the biggest changes they made to the kitchen area is this right here, and I love this. They took this from their den floor plan, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It creates a lot of seating. You can easily sit 6 people here. Has the nice rock-looking pillar on there, beautiful solid surface tabletop here as well. So I think this is really cool if you're having a lot of guests over, or if you want to have a big meal together, this allows you to do it. And take a look at the size of that window. Again, you can open that up. You have a great view out to your campsite. Lets a ton of natural light into the kitchen here as well. Then at nighttime, you have an LED light underneath the cabinets as well as LED lights on the ceiling. Big skylight right up there too. You can close that off if you want, but obviously that's great for daylight. Good storage up top here. You'll see it is strut supported for one-hand operation. That way you don't have to hold it up with one arm while you reach in with the other. And then right down here you have your standard electrical outlet as well as dual USB ports. You'll see here's your max air control. Kind of by the kitchen area here you have a max air fan, which is great if you're cooking things that smell a little bit more, like cooking bacon or something like that. If you want to get that delicious smell out of your trailer, you can go ahead and kick on the max air fan, and then you have your thermostat there underneath. But let's take a look at the rest of the kitchen here. So your main prep area will be right here. Again, beautiful solid surface countertops throughout. You see you have an undermount stainless steel sink. You're able to do that when you have solid surface with this sink top cover. Take a look. This sink top cover doesn't move. That's something that's kind of a big deal. A lot of times when you have the sink top covers there, they kind of slide in and out of the sink. This is completely usable as prep space. You'll also see the industrial style high-rise faucet here, which is great. And if we remove that sink cover, that does reveal that big stainless steel farm style bowl there, which is really great for your larger residential cookware because you can actually fit it down in there to wash it. Right up top here, you'll see you have good additional storage on both sides. Again, right here, this is strut supported, so same thing, one-hand operation. And if you take a look underneath, you have electrical outlets there on both sides. So anything else you need to plug in here, whether it's a blender, a toaster, whatever it may be, you have a spot in which you can put it. Good storage underneath as well. You can see here you have a bank of 4 full extension drawers, so excellent place for your silverware, serving utensils, hot pads, everything you need. Some additional storage right there under the sink where you can put some cleaning chemicals, and then you'll also notice the nice blue accent lighting under here. If that's not your style, you can of course turn that off. Then over here is your cooktop. You can see you have a little bit of prep space here as well, but the thing I like is they put an electrical outlet right over there. So if this is a great place for a coffee maker. You know, if you're like me, you like your coffee in the morning, usually want a dedicated spot to put it, this would probably be where I would put it personally. If we take a look up top, you have stainless steel microwave. This is the weight of the unit, 10,240 pounds. Not the lightest thing in the world, but not too terribly heavy either. Next to the microwave, you see you have some good storage, shelf built in. This is great for a spice rack area. Right here's your hood with the light and fan, and then directly underneath that is your Atwood cooktop and oven. You can see you have the upgraded grill right here. So again, you can still use this as prep space. It's a nice solid area that you can put plates or whatever else on. Plus it looks a heck of a lot nicer. Underneath there is your oven in case you want to do some baking. Nice big oven. And then over to this side you have 3 more full extension drawers. So lots of very usable storage here in the kitchen. Moving over a tiny bit further, we get into our fridge freezer combo. You can see you have a cutout here. 8 cubic foot, nice and big. This one does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Now I know what you're thinking, I need a pantry. Do not worry, here you are. You have huge pantry space right here. In the bottom one I like, they didn't put a shelf in there. You know, if you noticed under the sink, you didn't have quite enough space to put a trash can, so instead they give you the space right over here. That way it's still tucked away. So I think that was a good choice on their behalf. As we move over a little bit further, we get into wardrobe space. You can take a look right here, see you have a large hanging rod going all the way across. Excellent wardrobe there. Underneath you have some good storage too. You see you have 2 large full extension drawers there, as well as 3 smaller ones right over here. I personally think this is pretty cool too. I think it's a great use of space. The reason is, you know, you're probably more than likely getting changed in the bathroom here because it's nice and big. This allows you to grab your clothes, head right in there. Speaking of, let's go take a look. The bathroom in the 334 is nice and large as well. One of the advantages of having a front living and rear bath is you have huge ceiling height in here. You can see how tall that is. So if you're a taller person, you don't have to worry about hitting your ceiling when you're showering. You'll also notice you have 2 entrances and exits into the bathroom, one for your main living area, and then a slider door right here into the bedroom. Right in between the 2 is your porcelain foot flush lever toilet. Porcelain bowl, of course, is a lot easier to clean. Across from that, you have your sink top and vanity. Nice stainless steel bowl in there. You can see that's upgraded. And then some additional storage right here underneath. Electrical outlet there to plug in your hair dryer or other items, and then mirrored medicine cabinet here up top. If you take a look over to this side, you have a really nice neo-angle shower. Don't mind all the antifreeze there in the bottom. But the thing I like about this shower is the shower doors are in a roller track. Nice magnet here to keep it shut while you're showering. But when you're done showering and you open it up, all the water will go from the doors right down into that shower pan. It's not going to be all over your floor. You'll also see you have a nice little step there in case you need to shave your legs in the shower, some additional shelving, hand wand there, and a huge skylight up top letting in a lot of natural light. You also have ducted AC in here in case it's warm, and you have a vent right over there to quickly help moisture escape. Right behind me here as well is a nice towel rack. You know, if you want to put robes here, towels, that way when you get out of the shower, you have direct access to that. The bedroom of the 334 is also large and spacious. You'll see you have a slide-out queen bed here with additional storage here underneath that is strut assisted, so it's nice and easy to lift up. That way you can access anything you put under there. On both sides of the bed there on the slide out, you'll see you have windows, so you have good cross ventilation, and then up top you have some additional storage as well as a reading light. Right here in the back is a nice big window. I like when you're able to do this. One, it lets a lot of natural light in, of course, but two, if you have a nice view out the back, maybe you're lucky enough to pull up to, you know, lakeside or oceanfront, something like that, you can certainly enjoy the view right out here. Also at the foot of the bed, you see some nice additional storage. You do have another hanging rod in here just in case the wardrobe out in the hall wasn't quite enough, or if you want some other clothes in here, some additional storage space right there down below, as well as a nice dresser. Another window here at the foot of the bed, again, you know, same kind of reasons there, and you have TV hookup. So if you do want to watch a show before bed, you have a place in which you can do it. Lastly, if you take a look up at the ceiling, not only do you have all the LED lights here, but you also have an AC, a second AC, I should say, which only controls the bedroom here. So that way at night, you can go ahead and turn that on and really cool it down in here. Now that we've seen the beautiful inside, let's take a look at the outside of the Sprinter 334. We'll start right up front with the fully painted cap, and what you'll notice is this cuts back right here. That's part of the Sprinter Max Turn technology, which allows for tighter turns when you are backing up. You'll also notice you have a mirror here, that way you're able to see as you back up to help align the hitch with the kingpin, just making hooking up that much easier. Let's take a quick look underneath. We'll open this front compartment up, and you can see how nice and clean this is. You don't have a bunch of stuff cluttering up your space in here, so good extra storage. You have the battery over to this side as well, which is vented for you right out the front. You'll also notice over here you have a light in case you are hooking up or disconnecting at night. You can see what's going on, as well as your solar right here. It is pre-wired, so if you want solar, all you have to do is buy the Furion panels, plug it in right there, and it will trickle charge your battery. Underneath is a spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use it, but if you do, I love the location here. A lot of times on fifth wheels, you really have to get underneath the fifth wheel to be able to find it. Not the case here. It is nice and easy to access. Over to this side, you will see that this unit has auto level. That's another huge feature to have on your mid profiles. Again, a lot of times you have to spend another, $10,000, $15,000 to get auto level as a standard. Not the case on the Sprinter. So you just touch a button, it will go ahead and level itself out for you, just making setting up and tearing down camp easier because it has a memory there too. So when you're done, you can hit a button again. The coach will actually move to where you dropped it off at, so you can just back the truck in, hook up, and go. Right up here, you have some nice storage. We can take a look at that. You'll see you do have a covered hinge, so not going to have a bunch of rust coming down the door. Strut assisted, which is nice because that way it's one-hand operation. You have a slide right here, so obviously they couldn't have it fold all the way up, so this was definitely the best option. But again, big open storage all the way through there. You can see the aluminum frame. This is a fully laminated product here. You can take a look at the awning up there, the big power awning. Touch of a button to roll that out, same thing to go right back in. You will see in the heads, you have speakers. I briefly talked about that when we were inside. Those are actually controlled by your sound bar inside. It can control the speaker zone right on that sound bar. That sound bar is Bluetooth capable. So what that means for you is if you're sitting out here relaxing and you want to be able to hook up music from your cell phone or tablet, you can do that via Bluetooth. You also have an LED light strip underneath there, so that way you don't have to hang up your Christmas lights. It's a tall coach. You don't have to get up there on a ladder to do it. So flip a switch, you're good to go. Another thing I love about the awning placement is look, right here, you don't have any vents. A lot of times manufacturers will put refrigerator or furnaces on this side right here in your main camp space. You have that hot air blowing on you. Not the case on the 334. Getting into the coach is quite simple. You have the foldable easy grab handle right here, as well as 3 aluminum steps. The aluminum, of course, won't rust out on you, which is great, and it has the rubber strips on here for some extra traction. That way you have good control from the first step all the way in and out of the coach. Right, here's a nice little badge. This one, this shows that this unit is capable to operate at 0 degrees as well as 100. The reason that's important is Sprinter has spent the extra money to have the testing done. Most manufacturers will say they have a polar package or Arctic package or something saying you can get to freezing temperatures, but they've never tested it. Sprinter's actually gone, they've done a third-party test, had it in an isolated chamber, and got to those temperatures. And you know, again, at 0 degrees, as long as the furnace was running inside, it was about 74 inside, you were above 40 degrees underneath, meaning that your tanks and lines and everything else aren't going to freeze on you. This is a minor change here for 2018. You know, they just have a nice cleaner look on here, kind of this crosshatch pattern, which I like it more than what they had before. You know, they kind of had more of a hammered look before, but again, I think it just adds a little aesthetic to the outside here. That's that huge window we saw when we were inside right by the dinette there. Electrical outlet. So not only can you set up, you know, your camp here, but if you want to put a table, maybe a crock pot or something on it, plug it right in there. Need to charge your cell phone, gives you a place to do that too. Aluminum alloy wheels, that way they won't rust out on you, and less chance for any kind of corrosion, and they are nitrogen filled, so they will hold their pressure longer. Making our way back a little bit further, take a look at this. Not only do you have that front storage compartment, magnetic latch on this one I will add, but take a look underneath the bed. This is that extra storage in the bedroom. So you have 2 access points. I showed you how the bed could lift up and you could get at it, or you can get at it right here from the outside. And of course you can lock that as well in case you do have some valuable items under the bed there. Coming around to the back, this unit does come with a rear mounted ladder, which is something you would definitely want on a nice fifth wheel like this, because, you know, once or twice a year, you want to get up on the roof and do some checking, do some examining, making sure that everything is nice and tight so you don't have any water coming in. And if, naturally, it is a fully walkable roof. This is the window in the bedroom. Again, nice big window there. Right up above that window, you will see this unit does have backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, you know, this is a long coach. You can certainly have one installed. With that prep, it's basically a plug and play, which makes it a lot less expensive to have that installed. So as we take a look at the off-door side, right here is the docking station. I'll open this up for you so you can take a quick look. You know, you have your water connection right here, and it's really easy to flip this guy, whether you want it to be city or fill the tank. You can see you have the proper orientation right up top there. Over to the side here is your outside shower with both hot and cold water access. Black tank flush right here to make washing out your black tank a lot easier. And you'll also see your satellite and cable inlets. Moving down a little bit further, water heater right here. This is the other side of the pass-through storage. And then if we take a look at the very front, you will see you have 2 30-pound propane tanks right here with your switchover. That way you have plenty of propane for the colder season. Last thing I want to mention is this guy right here is your auto level. You can see right outside of it, they put the control there, so that way if you have any questions on how to work it, you know, it's a quick reference guide right there for you. But all right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2018 Keystone Sprinter 334 front living fifth wheel. If you're interested in this RV and you'd like price and availability, I recommend you give us a call here at American RV, or you can take a look at our website, which is AmericanRV.com. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and I can't wait to see you on the road to freedom.